Well, you do, don't you?
Well, don't sit down. Don't sit down. Call the meeting to order at 6 o'clock. Please stand for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So I just need to make an announcement that our meeting is being recorded by the public so that anyone in the audience is aware. This time we'll open with the residents.
Yeah, you're too.
I just asked you guys to speak up, I cannot hear.
Yep.
Please.
Oh, having none. She said she wanted us to speak up. She said that.
Oh, okay.
Township Authority, do you have anything from the authority?
No.
Planning Commission? Fire Company? Parks? Public Works Department?
Yes, ma'am. Do a few things. Trying to, so I'm cycling everything through, getting all the vehicles, inspected and everything. So I keep on my agenda.
Do you need another one?
Yeah,
I'll grab one for you.
Alright, sorry. And it's been, I sent 3 of the dumps through so far, and only one of them passed. One that came back today, the frame's starting to go underneath. It's good enough. Once we fix the deficiencies that are there right now, it's fine. It's strong enough for right now to pass, but this will be the last year that they'll consider. Sent another one through. The brakes were bad on it and everything. So we got that fixed, and then we got one shock that's on the way. But right now, it's, we have 1 or 2 strong dumps, and we're just kind of putting a Band-Aid on them. Finally got caught up on, so I have down here for the salt request. So what I found out was every time that we order salt, say if I order 100 ton, I'll get 4 trucks come in, but they'll only be about 23 ton. So I got thinking, I'm like, no, wait a minute, where is that other 8 ton going? So I'm going through the past tickets and trying to figure out, when I brought it up to them, they're like, well, then just be specific and tell them you want 96 opposed to 100. And I said, well, people have been ordering this a long time before us, so how long has this been happening? So, you guys taking the money from us, or are you just charging us for what gets loaded? And there wasn't an answer, so I'm trying to find that out right now. I just thought I'd bring that up.
So say if you do it by truck, how many truckloads you wanted, instead of by, like a total tonnage?
I think it's what I'm gonna have to do.
Who we get it from?
American rock salts.
Okay.
I finally got the quotes for truck 1's tires. I should have 3 of them in there. I started to get estimates for the garage doors. A lot of the frames are getting bent up. Whenever we go to open them up, they'll open halfway, and we gotta push them up with a broom. Most of them will just start sliding down, or when they're shut, if they're not locked, they'll start going back up. So I called 4 or 5 different companies. 3 of them came in, gave us some pretty good quotes. The one issue I have though is I was asking, Mike and I were talking apparently, so it'd be the 3rd bay down. Apparently like 10 years ago, whoever was here then hit that with a backhoe and bent the header, good. So I couldn't figure out why it keeps getting so cold in there. That's what he's escaping from right there. So now I have to try to figure out how to it's not a whole, it's been up and up to where it's going through the metal of the building and coming through the frame, so it's open. They tried to patch it, the guys did apparently years ago with, foam and stuff like that. And he's a professional.
Well, I came down this afternoon and looked through the shop. There's oxygen tanks unsecured. I didn't get a chance to look at the boxes, get a real good look at the wiring. I did notice there's chains on the dump truck. I also looked at truck number 1.
Mm.
I don't see where that truck needs tires. And I don't see where we need new garage doors. Period.
Yeah, they keep, like I said, they keep going in and out, and I'm working on the estimates that the guy before me was working on when I got here. The MEO vacancy, so I spoke to Matt about that a while ago. I know a guy, he's a certified diesel mechanic, he can operate, he had just gotten out of the Army. He's fluent reading and writing Spanish, he's a young guy. I think he'd be worth interviewing. He could really help out a lot when it comes to, trying to work on these trucks, because it's Zach, and then he's trying to grab just an extra person out to try to help him out. So,
Do we need 2 mechanics?
he can work as an operator as well.
We got a dump
but-
truck that just failed for brakes with inspection.
Right. Yeah.
What's our mechanic?
He's been working on them. What he did before I got here, I don't know, but I've been keeping him busy, so. But that was pretty much all the stuff I had.
Who inspects our trucks?
For the state inspection, it's either between Fulmers or Suddies, because so many people are losing their licenses. Apparently they went to Jones, Deacon Jones or something, or Fern Jones, not a football player. And I guess he had just lost his license, so, they're the only 2 in the area.
I don't know if Tom Walters could do federal inspections, but he's not doing it anymore.
He retired.
Yeah, and then there's another one, who's the guy down past Ulster?
Warren,
Warren.
he
Warren?
got in trouble, he can't do his until after March or May, and all ours are due by the end of January.
Kurt Warren.
Yeah, I spoke to him, he said he'd help me out, but that's the issue with that.
Okay, well, I think, and I'm just talking this out so that we can all be on the same page. The garage door, is that something that we need to have like a building inspector look at to see if we need to fix that bay?
If anything, we should probably get the header fixed. I think that would really help the heat escaping the most.
Because we put a piece of sheet metal on it with a couple sheet metal screws. I realize that would require getting ladders actually.
Right. Yeah, we can try it.
Patch the hole.
Out. I know some.
How long has this hole been there?
Apparently, Mike told me
Well, that's what I was gonna.
10 years.
10 years. The heat's going right up through the ceiling.
So Tony, the other thing is, if that's something that we're gonna do, and then looking at these prices that we got from, that are here on this purchase order,
Mm-hmm.
that's something that we should bid out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we could get them to come in and give an estimate on that repair as well as the doors and all the other things, and have a written quote. And have them be in the
Part of the bid, put it in as part of the bid.
correct. So when we write the bid, we can include everything.
So for the header too.
Yeah.
and then write it up that way and advertise so that we can get it done and all done at once.
Yes, because I had even asked them, apparently the one door is broke too, to the point where they have it chain shut back there, and I said, you know, and that's, in my opinion, it's a hazard, so.
Are you talking this guy?
Apparently
Tressa,
that
can I
got
ask a
broke around
question?
the same time as when they broke that.
Chain shut?
It's to the point where it's so bent, it won't even open, so Mike and they,
I don't know, I just looked at it.
yeah, that one,
Maybe I'm blind.
yeah, that one's pretty banged up.
We'll go out and look at it.
Well, and-
Tressa, can I ask a question quick? I know,
I'm sorry?
may I ask a question quickly?
Yeah.
You just mentioned a purchase order, but what's on the purchase order?
So there's the quotes, so it's just, I think he just wrote it on this way so that it would be easier for us to look at. And it has 3 of the 4 quotes that he's requested, and it's just not, like, it has for the garage door and the labor and like the parts that we would need for that, but
No.
hearing this other beam might be an issue, we just need to get, because these quotes are over the threshold, so we would have to have them bid out, so we should really put together a bid and advertise that so that we can get all of it done at once and be able to have it, you know, all.
Yeah, done properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
But what we'll need is, for that bid, we need to advertise, and then we're gonna need, in that bid, you're gonna have to give door sizes and what we need done, I believe, so that we can bid it properly.
Yeah, because they're 12 by 14 doors.
Yeah, oh, they're insulated too, aren't they? Okay.
So, is that a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we get a bid out for the doors, kind of what we need, can't go the winter without them.
Just have the bid ready for the next meeting to.
Yeah.
And then can I ask a follow-up question? Unrelated to that, the trucks. So we're getting ready to get 3 to 6 inches of snow tonight. If they don't pass inspection, then how many are we down to if those 3 don't pass?
No, all of them are up and they still have a current.
Until the end of January.
Right.
If they don't pass, what's the contingency plan?
But that's something that I gotta talk to them about, just coming in. I mean, this new truck that they had ordered, that's the other thing, I got an update on the new truck. I mean, that's still in Tunkhannock, waiting to go to Bradco and talking to them, there's 13 trucks ahead of it, and it takes 2 months per truck.
So we're still out another 2 years.
What the world?
That's not what it was when we started.
That is not what it was when
He
we
said
started.
because they only have 2 mechanics at Bradco and maybe 1 coming in. And I asked him if there's any way to try to get it going, just because of the state of our vehicles, being my newest is 2014, he said, no, because other people are in the same or similar situation, and I said, all right, I mean, there's nothing I could do with it, so.
Okay, well, right now we have a motion on the table for, preparation for a bid for the garage doors as well as the bay repair. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Clearly.
Was that Paul when you were opposed or?
I'm opposed.
Yep, okay. Motion passes. Then the truck one tire quotes and the purchase order, if is this all that the truck needs?
That's all that it needs.
When was truck 1 inspection?
That one was just inspected a couple weeks ago.
So it's good until January 27th, right? That's what the sticker said. Truck and tires. We don't buy tires because of one.
We bought them in bulk. Like a head.
What was the reasoning for looking at new tires if they passed inspection and the tires are okay?
I had started the quote and everything before I even started doing it. I was like, the first thing I did when I came in, and the guys that came up to me and said that it was something that they had been inquiring about, so I
Follow through.
followed through.
Did, when you had it inspected, did they say anything about the tires or no?
No.
Okay, so,
Just hold off on it for now on.
so that was. Okay, then the dump truck replacement plan. It sounds like we need, I don't know what to say, because it sounds like the one that we ordered is not gonna be here anytime soon anyway.
No, the guy told me, he said, well, a year or so, and I said, well, if it's 13 trucks ahead of it, and they're 2 months apiece, I said, basic math, that's 18 to 24 or 26.
You mean to tell me when you bid these contracts, you don't get a finish date?
We did actually get
They
one.
told us, I thought it was December.
It was.
No, the truck was December. The truck was supposed to be, the chassis and the cab were supposed to be the beginning of December, and that got pushed back a little bit, but not terribly bad. And then the box was, the dump box was Bradco as soon as it was ready to be dropped off there for. But in that time frame, from the time that it was done to the time that it was going to Bradco, there were others that had been
Got in ahead of
brought in line, yes.
So how do they get ahead of you if you have a contract date? How do they get ahead of you?
They can't start servicing ours until it's there.
Until it's there and the chassis is paid for.
So if 3 more scoot in before ours was ready, they start working on those ones.
We have to pay for it in full. Am I understanding this correct?
He told me, the only thing he told me, he said, the only thing that has to be paid for is the chassis before it can be transported from Tunkhannock to.
Do we have an A-frame hoist in the garage?
I'll find out.
You don't know if you have an A-frame hoist in the garage?
We don't have anything in the inside of the garage, no.
Do you have a hoist in the garage?
Mm.
Kind of hard to do heavy maintenance and equipment maintenance without a hoist.
Okay, so I guess find out what we need to do with the dump trucks so that we can make some decisions on that before the end of the month. Salt request, it sounds like you're taking care of that situation, asking about clarification on that. The training in Honesdale, you're slotted to attend the 8th and 9th, is that correct? of
Yes,
April?
yes, ma'am,
And then, I think, should we, advertise for this NEO vacancy so that we can, interview?
Is it in the budget?
Thoughts?
Excuse me, is
I
that
don't
a
know what
budget
you're doing,
item?
I'm picking on you, but what's the price of ton on salt?
I think when I looked, it was, either 21 or 22.
$21 a ton. Well, there's about 2.5 inches of salt on Moore Road. So I don't know how much it costs to fix this truck, but you're wasting a truckload. So at $20 a ton, that's $400 right there. But you probably load them at 22, 23 anyway.
I had them out there with the shovels today, any loose salt that was sitting, that wasn't even close to the barn.
Does the loader have a scale?
Oh, that's it.
Does the loader have a scale?
Mm.
I just need a motion on vacancy.
You want everybody to?
Where'd you find the funds?
No, we still only had 5 guys on the,
Oh, the road crew.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, that, he was saying that's one of the benefits that guy brings, is he's got decent mechanic experience as well.
So we would have to,
So we just need a motion to reopen the vacancy.
the vacancy, well, the,
To
And
be able to
advertise for that
advertise,
again.
and then we can interview.
yep,
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
No.
And then we set up for that guy to go to.
Okay, Township Police Department. How are you, sir?
Good.
What do you have for us? Anything?
It was the Axon purchase order.
So this is the one for this year, is that correct?
This would be for, so Axon is, they're phasing out all the 26 models that we started with. We've replaced them as they've gone bad to stay with that model. And now they offer the X7 or the X10. We still have a little bit of time with the 26s, but there's no sense replacing our old ones and ones that don't function. They won't fix them anymore. So this is for 4 of the X10s to replace 4 of the oldest X26s.
Okay. Anybody else have a question for him?
How much money we talking?
So we have 4 Axon Taser 10s, and then the cartridges, they have 10, for a total of $74.95. Well, $74.95.68.
I think the 26s used to run 13 to 1500, and they just keep
Yeah.
raising the price.
Gotcha.
They do, and they're obsolete. They won't fix all of them.
Do we use them up through discharge, or do they just, the batteries go dead on at a certain point, you can't use them?
So it's not necessarily, the batteries can be replaced in them. The problem that we have is Axon no longer makes the parts, and you can't get the parts for the 26s, and they don't sell you the cartridges anymore.
Do you have any idea how many times you guys have used the taser in the last year?
It's all downloaded. I don't have that in front of me now, but we have to,
Yes.
every time they're deployed, it's downloaded.
Yes.
I'm not making a guess.
Okay.
I'm not gonna mislead anybody.
Well, I'm not asking you to mislead anybody, I'm just saying take a guess. More than 10 or less than 10?
More than 10.
Okay. That's all of that.
So I just need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Next, we need to make a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes from the 17th of December.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Does Paul have to abstain?
Oh, I'm okay.
No, you have to abstain because you were not in attendance as a supervisor.
Okay, fine.
I put a form with the minutes in your packet
Okay.
that needs to be signed.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
On motion of Moore, seconded by Reagan, motion passed to approve $10,000 bonus for time and service to Township Secretary Megan Carl, payable immediately. On motion of Mike Freeland, seconded by Mr. Moore, motion to approve $10,000 bonus for time and service to Township Treasurer Lauren Howling. That's a lot of money for Christmas bonus, folks.
Well, it wasn't a Christmas bonus, all it was.
Well, you can call it whatever you want, it's $10,000 of taxpayer money.
Right. And they both have put in quite a few hours that was not on their contract to be able to train and bring in not
Show me
just
where
our
it's
new-
legal for you to do that.
Show them where it's illegal.
Yeah, I guess that would be my question.
Yeah, that's not hard.
Are they salaried employees?
I'll ask John to.
No, not
No.
salary.
Hourly?
So it's just a, let's just take this and
put it on to the 31st, and we can get with legal counsel.
Already given it away.
I'm gonna ask John right now to bring, what he needs to show.
He's gonna leave it.
I know, I'm just gonna send it so that I do it, so I don't forget to send it, and then he can bring it for the last meeting of the
Right,
month.
he'll be here.
Is
for the
Mr.
next
Thompson
meeting.
running late or he's not gonna attend?
He doesn't attend the first one, he attends the
Oh.
last of the month. Continue.
Yes, sorry, the supervisors organizational meeting, we need a motion to approve those minutes.
I'll make the motion again.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next, we need to talk about the website and the maintenance plan. Whatever happened with that?
Dan, did provide a little more in-depth information than what was, on the, as an optional item on the contract. So we did provide that, and I briefly skimmed it today. But I know there were questions as to what exactly it was going to cover.
Right.
It's $10 a month.
So it's website backup, updated WordPress main theme and plugins, testing, licensing, and then free updates for $10 a month.
I wanna set the record correct too. I did not vote against, the tasers. I'm okay with that. But I may have said no for the wrong one.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
No, I have that one,
Okay.
that one I have is off.
Yeah,
You're good,
we've
Paul.
got that one.
You didn't.
Thank you, though.
So what do we wanna do with this website maintenance plan?
Well, that's pretty, I mean, we do need to have the maintenance plan for the website.
And
And that's a normal upgrades, routine,
right,
regular maintenance.
and that's a lot of things that we're getting for that $10 that could cost us a lot more down the road.
Correct, it could be a lot higher.
Yeah. Well, I'll make a motion to accept the maintenance plan.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Are you still adding content to that page?
The page was, well, we've been having internet connectivity issues
With the firewall.
with the firewall not allowing things to go through. So I know Kai's been working on that,
There's just a lot of
am I
documents
wrong?
that
They
were
have-
on the old one that aren't on the new one.
She's been having to take it home to update or upload
We
things.
can't upload things to it here.
So
because of the
Cindy's
firewall.
been having to take that home because of the firewall, so it's,
It's kind of a work in progress, still.
So that's a good thing to
So
renew
she-
those people?
Seems like for the amount of money we're paying, it was worth.
we're getting
Yeah.
closer, right? Next, the Kaipan Consulting IT support.
This is the, from the organizational meeting that
Right.
was separated out into two invoices. One for the police and one for the
Okay,
office.
so the police department is $17.85. And that's per year.
That's for this year.
And then the office is $40.15 for the year. And that's for the content, security and protection, the offsite data backup, any server updates, and the email. It also includes for the police, the on and off-site support, the security again and protection, and then the backup and, an upgrade for the Windows 11 Pro. So that $17.85 will come from police budget. Do we we have a line number. And the other one will come from the township budget of 4015. I would say we need to have that line item,
Yeah, this needs to go on.
so it needs to be put on a purchase order
Purchase order, yes.
for the end of the month meeting. So there's nothing we can do with that right now. Next, we have the LSA grant funds that were awarded to the township. Finally, that was released and we got $92,000.
Can I ask what the LSA stands for?
Yes, can't remember off the top of my head.
Local share account.
Yeah,
Share, yeah.
What's that money intended to do?
so we have 2 vehicles. Looks like the Chevy Silverado, which is a double cab, and then the crew cab. So we're replacing vehicles in our fleet. One was 43,850, one was 48,750. So it was 92,600 for both, and we got 9,200 for the grant for both of them.
Whose trucks are they?
One was,
It was submitted to be determined for replacement in public works, zoning, parks, across those 3. So this is where the determination has to come in for what. I have to also, once I get the green light from
these guys.
yeah. There's an analyst that is working with us that we need to get with the dealership to find, to get an updated quote for what they have that's comparable. Obviously, those ones may not be still available, so.
Yeah, they're 24s.
Right.
Yeah.
So they will re-quote based on closest comparison.
Now that we have the
Yes,
grant.
now that we've been approved, but from there, that determination needs to be discussed for where they would ultimately be going.
Are we held to those 2 types of vehicles just with an updated quote, or can we get a different type of vehicle than what the grant is approved for?
That is,
What we,
I
that's
have
what
to
we
wait for the dealership to get back to me with what they could provide.
Well, the reason I was asking is, I don't know what we're bound to exactly for the grant award. What if we took a chunk of that towards a used dump truck?
I don't think they let it,
That's what I was asking.
I don't
is
think
if
they
we're
let it
stuck
shift
to-
too far
Yeah.
from where, what these,
So we'll have to replace these 2 vehicles, but with.
it'll be very
one.
similar ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you could replace those 2 vehicles and take the 65K from the code enforcement vehicle that's budgeted for 26, use 65K towards a dump truck.
Right.
You grant 2 of them, reallocate the budget for another truck.
Right.
Tony's got guys in the shop that I guarantee you today looked at trucks.
Yeah.
Can find
So
one
you,
Yeah.
we don't need to.
that fits the
we just
needs
need to
for under
make it a new
So
65K.
it's
plan.
kind of be in the works
Okay.
as to what,
We wanna
okay,
do
so do you need a motion for,
us to sign?
very
Not
good.
yet. Oh, we did it.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
we
just
did it.
verifying.
okay,
The only thing they're waiting on right now is, proof that our audits were submitted, and I've reached some of that information in, so
Sweet.
they give us the next step once everything is checked off on their end.
okay.
But just to kind of get wheels turning for what plan,
Okay.
the plan is gonna be.
Next we have the PSATS training. This is the duties of the zoning hearing board. It's on March the 5th. We are being asked for Robin, Matt, Tiffany, Steve, Cindy, and Eddie to possibly attend. that would be here, it's a virtual class, so we could host it here. And that's covered under our PSATS fees. If any resident wanted to attend, it would be $80 to attend. So the new zoning members that we just swore in last week would be able to attend and find out all the things that they're basically needing to do. So I don't think we don't necessarily,
I'd like to attend that.
I guess we would definitely, it's just saying a motion, so I would make a motion for us to be able to do that virtual training.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Next, I have committee assignments. If you have your sheet, if you need it. For buildings and grounds, I have Matt Moore. Public Works and Roads, Matt Moore. Safety and Planning and Zoning, both Ron. Paul, I have Parks for Paul. Office for Bonnie. PR is myself. Junkyards will stay Bonnie. Fire company will be Paul. And police and shared services will remain me. Next, discussion about the bidding threshold.
I'm sorry, Tressa, can you repeat them again? You just went pretty quick. If you don't mind.
Buildings and grounds, public works and roads, both Matt. Ron has safety, planning and zoning. Paul has parks and fire. Bonnie is office and junkyards. PR, police, and shared services are myself.
Thank you.
Who determines that?
I do. Bidding threshold set for the Department of Labor and Industry. We wanted to look at that again.
I also included a copy of the purchasing and purchase order policy in case that was, needed to be reviewed, just stating where the need for purchase order would come in on anything.
Do we need to change these numbers?
That's, I mean, it's in the purchase order policy, but it says that that's the effective date. These are the numbers that were in the effective date. So I don't think that needs to necessarily change, as long as it goes along with the thresholds.
Well,
That's when the policy was developed.
it says, items between 12.6 and 23.2, it's now 13.2 and 24.5.
Right, on the policy, this says that the numbers in this one were effective on that January of 2024, and then it says about competitive thresholds, in
Oh, by
accordance
year.
with so this is when it was set, these were the numbers when it was set, but they will follow in accordance with the provisions of Act 90 and Department of Labor.
And that's already on our purchase order, those.
Right.
When it's
Did
on,
you say they have no food?
Is under 500.
the under 500 one is a non-no.
The other one's not either. Actually, it's different. It's just different. Because these are the Department of Labor thresholds, not ours, correct?
The one, I put the Department of Labor ones on the purchase order for 2026 until I was told
To
other.
change it, right?
Correct.
Should we add the one?
But the policy is showing what it was, they were when it was set, along with the purchase order being anything over $500.
So do you want
We
these?
probably should
We
put,
would need to
we need to
update
update that
the
purchase order.
policy for the amounts.
The 500 to 12, well. what's the word?
The new one is 13.2.
I think 13.2 is way too high for this township. As I discussed at the last meeting, I think 2,500 is the appropriate.
Well, so if we were to do that, every time we would have to put in an ad in the
You have to
paper.
do it anyway.
Well, how much is it
It
for us
takes
to
a lot
do
of
that?
$300 bills to
You
make
have to
up
advertise.
$11,000.
You have to advertise twice for formal bids.
Okay,
For that size, for the amount, for the size of the legal notice for that estimated, I know the last one we did roughly that size was about 100.
For what again, sorry?
The ads,
Advertising.
the advertisement for that, I know they're between like 150 and 200 for each larger ad that isn't just a notice for a meeting.
There was, the five ads I just paid totaled $508.
and then you have to do that twice?
Yeah.
We're still a long way from $11,000. We're not paying somebody's cousin 10 grand to pay to do it. Yeah. You wanna get into that?
Oh, stop.
Okay, so what do you wanna do?
I'm fine keeping it the way it is.
Got a motion? You've been running the meeting, I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't have a problem keeping it the bidding threshold set by the labor industry.
I'd like to have the other one put on the list though.
Which one?
The policy updated.
Yeah, the updated policy on there.
I'm good with that.
So do two motions.
One to update the PO.
Correct.
So Ron, make that motion. To update the PO.
The policy.
Yep.
Yep.
And I'll second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. Then the bidding threshold set with those changes. I'll make that motion.
I'll second it again then.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Opposed.
Okay, next we need to set the 2026 full-time employee positions and wages. I thought we did, well, we didn't do the Mason.
The wage amount was not set for either.
Rogers wasn't in his.
It wasn't his dollar amount was not set. The MOU, the agreement itself and those factors inside of it were, but not the.
Dollar
It
amount?
wasn't set, yes.
What do we wanna do?
And Mason's was at the table.
Oh,
I thought we took care of it.
right.
No, so I'm salaried and it's 65,000, and then I also have Rogers too here.
Okay, and what was,
Clarified that he was salaried,
It
but
didn't-
on higher, but on the 2026, that
It didn't-
wasn't carried over to
okay,
verify what 2026 was gonna be.
got it. And then what about Roger?
His was not in the
Oh, yeah.
MOU. So
What
then
number
that's-
did he have?
So his salary base is $92,071.70, which they're paid hourly, so that equated out to be $44.27.
That's for the chief or?
Yes, that's where they 3% raise
Okay.
for 2025.
If I remember correctly, he resigned.
Correct. So we have to set his wage for the time that he's here, and then when we get a new chief, we'll have to do it again.
$136,000, a lot of money for a small town police chief.
32 years of service.
Amount that they do.
It's not comparable with the other counties in the state.
That's not true.
I disagree.
That's not true. You can find that online and you'd be
How many
surprised.
police officers are there in Williamsport, South Williamsport?
What's that?
How many police officers are in Williamsport, South?
I don't know the number. Look at all the comparable townships.
What's that?
You can look at all the comparable townships.
I have.
Okay. With population, with calls of service.
We have 10 police officers for 5,000 people. Williamsport's got 51 for 135,000. How's that comparable?
A lot of, other agencies around the area too.
Well, you got the Bradford County Drug Task Force. They do all the drug investigations.
They
So
don't.
we send-
They don't.
Our whole department is signed up with them. We all assist them.
Guys,
signed up with it.
wait,
Stop.
come on. What,
If
go
you
ahead.
wanna talk about it, that's fine, but right now we need to do what's on the table here, which is, I'm gonna make that motion for those two, salary and, wages to be set.
I have a second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes. Any personnel, I don't think we have anything to do there. Next, we have the zoning hearing board meeting is this month on the 27th at 6:30. So that's good. America's 250 PA Bradford County kickoff event is the 20th in Towanda. That's Monday. A notice of application for a well permit for Expand Energy.
I have the details,
I was
if
gonna say,
anyone wanted to see
yeah,
all the.
I'd like to see that.
Where will it be?
Looks like it's not even in the township.
No, they have to notify neighboring neighbors.
Yeah, this is, neighboring neighbors, good job, Rob. This is, Morning Glory Road, Cowell Road, Collins Road, North Middle, Grange Hall, and Snyder Hill. So it's in Sheshequin.
They have to notify.
So we at least know it's going in. Do you wanna see it, anybody? Next, the Conrad Siegel actuary finding valuation study reports are in. That is the non-uniform plan and the police plan. So
I
it's,
emailed, the entire reports
right,
that I just printed out, the summaries, in case I needed to review.
Are you gonna put that into the reports tab on your website?
this should be there.
Will the Baker Tilly audit be available for review from the public?
I can't imagine it won't be.
Has to be,
Do you know when it might be?
whenever it's finalized.
I haven't.
Oh, I thought it was, I'm sorry.
They just submitted it.
Yeah,
They didn't
just
finalize it
reported
yet.
to the ECD, yesterday.
Okay, thank you.
Then the LTAP trainings, virtual trainings on the 15th, which I guess is tomorrow. And that's for the asphalt preservation tool and the seal coat, and then the 29th is the full depth reclamation. And that was on tap for a virtual session.
Tony, you guys, are the guys going to these here, isn't it? I mean, you get
It's
it here.
virtual, so you can do it here.
With this weather coming, probably not tomorrow.
Okay.
You can go back to them though, right?
I think if,
Because they're virtual.
I don't know if I know that the ones that are listed as like a webinar is, but I don't know if the virtual ones, but if I can ask them tomorrow, because I know sometimes they can, if you're registered for it and you can't make it, it'll, be provided,
Yeah.
a video, or a recording will be provided sometimes.
Okay, good. All right, so at this point, it's 6:50, we'll adjourn to executive session for legal and,
Wait, I wanted to make a motion if I can.
I don't know because, so we are only allowed to do what's on the agenda. And if we want to add something to the agenda, I forget forget what we had to do, because we haven't done it in so long.
I wasn't here when it was done that way.
So because of sunshine laws, we can't add to the agenda. If there's
You can't
something,
rewrite it either.
right, so if there's something we wanna talk about that's not on the agenda, we have to put it on next meeting's agenda. So is there something you wanna put on that agenda, Paul?
I want a camera on the fuel tank.
Okay, so put that on the next agenda. He wants a camera on the fuel tanks, put on the next agenda. Okay, so 6:50 we're at for, executive.